¿Cómo están? Hello and good evening and buenas noches a todos. ¿Cómo están todos? Soy abogada de inmigración. Mi nombre es Farakazi. Estoy aquí para hablar con usted sobre nuestro tema favorito de inmigración, pero también de contestar algunas preguntas o dudas que tiene. So we're here again, like we are every night, talking about our favorite topic of immigration, different parts of immigration, and also answering whatever questions and doubts and concerns that you might have. Now, remember that this is a public forum. We are on social media. I can answer questions generally, but if you have a specific question about your specific your case, I value confidentiality. I must abide by that. And so I urge you to give our office a call so that we can actually set up a special time with me personally in which I can discuss your case in great detail. I am always excited to be here. I don't get tired of this. I think it's such a fantastic way for me to get to know you guys and to understand what your doubts and concerns might be. And then for me to answer those questions. I think it's a way for me to give back to the community. It's a way for me to be able to, to speak to you a little bit more directly. I post a lot of videos, I post a lot of content, but I also really, really like just hearing from you. So if you want to leave messages, if you want to talk to me, if you want to leave a comment, please do so. I will say that sometimes TikTok has a problem with the comments. So if that is the case and you want to leave me a comment, please switch over to our Facebook page where you can leave comments as much as you want. Hola a todas, ¿cómo están? Hola, Madeline, María, Edith. Hay muchas personas aquí. Víctor, Kellen. Puede escribir aquí que usted quiere hablar, que quiere que yo hable en español o en inglés y de dónde eres. Sí, usted en cuál estado usted está o en cuál país también. So feel free to leave me a comment and just let me know where you guys are coming from and what state and what country you're actually listening to from here. So I get a lot of comments constantly throughout the day. We have been tremendously busy this week with filing our regular applications, but then also making sure that we're continuing to file our parole in place applications. So I want to give you a quick update on that, just in case you're a little bit concerned or you have some worries or whatever. Parole in place already, and if you watch my latest video, you'll know the parole in place program has been paused for 14 days at least. What that means is that you actually are, USCIS is prohibited from rendering a decision on any parole in place applications. However, they are allowing you to continue to apply, which means that as attorneys, we are sitting down with our clients and we're making the best judgments for them. And together, we are making this decision of whether they should apply or not. For the most part, I am optimistic and I still think that we should be applying. I think it is a way for us to show the government that this is a much, much needed program. And despite lawsuits and despite naysayers and haters that might not like this program, we want it to continue. And so that is why we are going to continue to apply and send out those applications. However, I will also say, and this is tremendously important, is the Parole in Place program is a new program that only just started, right? But there have been other programs in the works for years and years and years that many people don't even know about and you don't realize that you actually qualify for. And they might actually be better options for you and stronger options for you because you can actually get a green card with them within, the 2 to 3 years that you're waiting for a parole in place, in which you would only get a work permit. So I want to talk to you about those options because if you're, sad about the parole in place or you think, oh my gosh, I'm totally out of options now because this parole in place program is not for me anymore, I have fantastic news for you because I think that there are other options that are still available and they might even be better. And this week, for example, I've had so many consults where people came in with parole in place in their idea, and yet I was able to find even better and stronger and more cost effective and also shorter waiting times for them than the parole in place program. So let's talk about that. So, si tiene algunas preguntas sobre el nuevo programa de Biden, por favor, llámame o mándame un texto también. Nuestro número es 630-504-0648. Tenemos muchos, yo sé que hay muchas dudas sobre este programa y ahorita hay muchos problemas a veces porque no puede aprobar las aplicaciones ahorita por 14 días. Inmigración, nosotros podemos que aplicar y pudimos que mandar aplicaciones de nuevo, pero no puede recibir algunas aprobaciones durante este tiempo. So, si usted necesita otras opciones, puede hablar de estas opciones porque yo pienso que hay muchas opciones para personas, específico para personas que están aquí en documentos y tuve entrada ilegal. Hello, I see Skin Aesthetics and AB and Bappy. Hello, hello. How are you guys all doing? So we're talking about in English and Spanish, so feel free to let me know which one you prefer, or stick around and just wait and I will switch over to the other one as well. So, if you have an illegal entry, you've been here for many years, you're undocumented, you've been told by other people that there's absolutely no hope or chance for you to get your legal papers, let this message be the one that you hear. Okay. There are ways for you to fix your papers. I am living proof. I am showing you. I have approvals. I have testimonials. I have videos. I have photos of my clients. Sometimes the clients will actually join in these lives and actually tell people about their experiences. This is real and it's a legal option and it's a legal way for us to fix your papers. So I want you to be able to do this with us. And I want you to understand that there's no such thing as an impossible situation, okay? As impossible or as complicated as you think it might be, that's actually my job and my passion. And I will try to find the best solution for you and for your family with the minimal risk and the least amount of waiting time as well. Because I do know that the waiting time is tremendously frustrating, when you're going through these process. So, si tuve entrada ilegal y piensa que no hay alguna esperanza y piensa que no hay alguna manera, en su caso es imposible, no puede aprobar y otras personas le digan que no es posible, usted necesita que vivir con miedo en las sombras porque no hay alguna oportunidad para usted para ganar su residencia. Ahora, aquí, en este momento, es su mensaje. Su mensaje para usted es que sí puede, ¿ok? Nada es imposible, todo es posible. Yo puedo ayudarle. Tenemos muchas aprobaciones, tenemos muchos videos, tenemos muchas fotos de nuestros clientes. A veces nuestros clientes están aquí también en estos vivos. Se puede describir sus experiencias personalmente también con nuestra oficina. Nosotros tenemos mucho éxito con eso, ¿ok? Ahorita, si tuve entrada ilegal y quiere recibir sus papeles adentro del país sin salir, hablamos de unas opciones ahorita. Si sufre maltrato en la frontera con los coyotes, por ejemplo, ¿qué significa eso? Si los coyotes te obligaron a trabajar, en algún momento necesita cocinar, limpiar, traer algo, llevar bolsos, si sufre abuso físico, sexual, psicológico en alguna manera, da muchos amenazados a usted, amenazados de matar a su familia o algo cosa como eso. Hay una manera de conseguir sus papeles adentro del país con la visa T y puede recibir su permiso de trabajo, puede viajar y puede ganar su residencia. Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Muchísimas gracias por su tiempo. Soy abogada de inmigración. Otra vez, nuestro número es 635-040648. Hablamos en español y en inglés. Puede decir cuál es su preferencia. The ones that are on TikTok, are you guys okay with me switching back and forth? Can you just give me a heads up or a thumbs up or something so that I know that you're okay with all of this, okay? So let's dive into this. So you can get a T visa if you have suffered at the border crossing over, or somebody has kind of like helped you come to the United States. It might have been somebody like a broker, or even a family member or a friend who was like, hey, don't worry about it. I'll pay for your ticket. I'll pay for your passage. I'll pay for your passport pictures. I've got room and board for you. You're going to live in this great house. It's going to be amazing. You're going to be living the American dream. All you need to do is come on over. And then, you get on the plane or the train or the bus or however you come over here. And the reality is totally different. You come here and all of a sudden that same person is telling you, you have to work for them because you have to pay off a debt. You have to pay for these tickets and the passport and the passage. And that amount is just so crazy high and there's interest attached to it and you can never quite pay it off. Or they tell you you have to work inside their home and you have to cook and you have to clean and you have to prepare things and you have to do all the household chores. Or you have to work outside of the home in like a gas station or a 7-Eleven or a convenience store or a grocery store, or whatever the issues are. All of a sudden, you start to feel kind of, like, hey, something's not right. I feel like maybe I'm being abused, I'm being exploited, I'm being taken advantage of. Now you have a T visa. And the only thing that you have to do is call our office at 630-504-0648 for a completely 1000% free case evaluation, in which we will go through your case and then decide if you have a good case and then set you up for a consult with me personally so that we can talk about that in more detail. I do that because I don't want to waste your time and I don't want to waste your money. I want you to feel confident that you are getting the best answers and the best treatment and the best opportunities for you. I'm a firm believer that every single person should, know their rights, and then also be able to choose the rights and choose the options and the solutions that are best for you and for your family. You know your personal situation better than anyone else. You also know what you deserve. I hope you do. And if you don't, then I'm going to tell you, you deserve your papers. You deserve to be treated equally. It does not matter whether you are undocumented or whether you are a legal citizen. Regardless, you have the same rights to be treated equitably and to be treated justly and to be treated with dignity. And if you feel like at any moment during your jobs or in your relationships or when you were crossing over it, that did not occur, then we can talk about how you can actually apply for a T visa, get your work permit and your residency all within the United States. That is one option. The other option is something called VAWA, and it's for people who are married, separated, or divorced within the last 2 years to a citizen or resident, or have a child who's a citizen and 21 years and up. A lot of times people think that the only way that they can get their papers is if their spouse or their child or their parent cooperates with them, signs their documents for them, attends the interview for them. And because of that, if they have a toxic relationship with any of those family members, they feel like they're emboldened or they're kind of like, indebted to this person, and they can never leave that person. They can't live independently because they are scared that they will then end up being deported or end up being mistreated further or picked up by immigration or something of that nature. And so what if I told you that there was a completely different way for you to do this, and it is called a self-petition, in which you can actually file all this paperwork without the help of your family member, but simply due to your relationship with them. And you can describe the problems that you have within your relationship. And because of that, you will get your work permit, travel permit, and your residency. I mean, think about how amazing that is. And I'm going to say that in Spanish because it bears repeating, right? So, si estás casado con un ciudadano residente o estás separado o has divorciado desde 2 años o tiene un hijo mayor de 21 años que es un ciudadano o un padre que es un ciudadano o está menor de edad, tiene la oportunidad de autopetición sus papeles sin la ayuda de alguna persona y puede recibir su permiso de trabajo, permiso de viaje y su residencia adentro del país. Todo es posible adentro del país, que es tan importante. Usted no necesita salir, no necesita hacer una entrevista en su país nativo, por ejemplo. ¿Ok? So, esta es una oportunidad para usted para ganar su libertad, ganar su independencia, y usted puede cambiar su futuro con esta opción. Y en 20 años de experiencia, yo mire cómo podría cambiar su vida y su futuro. ¿Ok? Hola Álvaro, ¿cómo está? Hola José, ¿cómo están? Hello Nahid, how are you? Hola José, ¿cómo están? Muchísimas gracias por su tiempo y también para hablar conmigo en esta noche. So, primero nosotros hablamos de la visa T y la segunda opción es de VAWA. ¿Ok? Estas 2 maneras en que puede recibir sus papeles dentro del país con entradas ilegales. No le importa que usted tuve algunos delitos, no le importa que usted sufre alguna discriminación, no le importa que usted tuve corte, por ejemplo, también. Hay posibilidades de arreglar sus papeles aparte, aunque tuve esos problemas. So, ¿cómo se puede empezar? El primer paso es llámame. 630-504-0648. Estamos aquí cada día específico para usted, sábado y domingo, específico para agendar citas para ustedes. Y si necesita alguna información más, llámame. Ok, Nava Núñez tiene una pregunta aquí. Hello, Nava, ¿cómo está? Oh, me encantaría su foto. Sí. ¿En cuánto tiempo se obtiene la residencia permanente después de tener la visa T aprobada? Ok, eso es una buena pregunta. Para la visa T es un poco diferente de VAWA, porque el primer paso es que usted recibe su permiso de trabajo, su número de seguro, puede conseguir para su licencia de manejar, y después con la aprobación de la visa T, usted tiene protección de deportación con un estado como es llamado acción definido. Este es válido por 3 años, pero después de 3 años usted necesita pedir para su residencia. So, después de 3 años usted puede pedir para la residencia. A veces usted puede excelar este proceso, pero en general usted puede obtener su residencia después de 3 años de la aprobación de la visa T. ¿Ok? También con eso, por supuesto, usted puede salir del país, puede viajar y también puede trabajar legalmente también. ¿Ok? So, gracias por esa pregunta. Nada. Otras personas, Angie, ok. Yo tengo una Angie aquí. Angie tiene una pregunta que si sufre maltrato en mi matrimonio con mi esposa ciudadana y no tengo alguna evidencia, ¿puedo aplicar para VAWA? Sí. La buena cosa de la VAWA es que, y de la visa T también, es que nosotros no necesitamos algunas pruebas o otras evidencias. La única cosa que necesitamos es su testimonio, su declaración. Usted llame con un miembro de mi equipo. Nosotros escribimos toda la cuenta de su vida en un papel, un testimonio escrito, y pudimos que mandar directamente a inmigración. Recuerde que todo es confidencial, privado y cerrado, y no algún récord público, no alguna manera que otras personas puedan leer este papel o sus aplicaciones también. Y no necesitamos algunas pruebas. A veces yo tengo clientes y ellos dicen que sí, abogada, yo sufrí muchos maltratos en la frontera con los coyotes, pero no tengo alguna prueba. Sí, yo sé que usted no tiene alguna prueba, porque cuando usted estaba con los coyotes no puede tomar fotos, no puede tomar un video, no puede escribir algo. Yo sé que usted no tiene alguna evidencia. Y inmigración sabe eso también. Esa es la razón que el único requisito que nosotros tenemos es su declaración, sus detalles que usted se recuerde de su experiencia. And this is something that's important, so I'm going to say it in English as well. A lot of times people will tell me, yes, um, attorney, I suffered a lot. I've suffered a lot in my relationships, in my marriage with a citizen, or I've suffered when I was crossing over, or when I came into the United States, or my job, or in other relationships, but I have no proof. And I know that because 9 times out of 10, when you're in that kind of situation, you're not able to take a photo, you're not able to record something, you can't have them like write a statement for you, or you have no evidence. The fantastic thing about these tools is that you don't need it. Immigration Services recognizes that the power dynamic of those type of relationships prevents you from gathering evidence. And as a result, it allows you to simply be able to submit your declaration, which is your testimony, your written testimony, which we will write for you to explain what has transpired in your life. And we will give a very detailed accounting of everything that you have gone through and why we believe that you fit the requirements of the statute and the law, and why you deserve your work permit, your travel permit, and your residency. It's tremendously important for me to repeat that to so many people, because so many times people are like, I don't want to get started on my case because I don't have any evidence and I know it's going to get denied. And I tell them, and I go right back to them and I said, listen to me. I get cases approved with 0 evidence. The only thing I need is for you to trust me and for you to give me a detailed accounting of what has happened in your life. I believe you. I see you. I know how to convey your story to immigration. Give me the opportunity to fight for you despite whatever deficiencies you might think that you have in your case, because as an attorney, I can actually still make this work and I can still get you the approval that you need. Okay. So if that's something that you're worried about, do not worry about it. Give our office a call at 630-504-0648. We will talk again, and I am going to, share a couple of stories with you, a few inspirational stories. I also am planning a couple of really cool things. I'm going to have some clients of ours who have gotten their papers, who are now residents or citizens, or they have their work permits in the hand, and I want you guys to be able to talk to them. I think that would be incredible, and also just really inspirational, because the work that I do and the people that I meet is just so empowering. I want you all to feel that kind of energy as well. So I hope this is helpful, and it is it's late over here, so I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye. Adios.